In this video, I'm going to go over the selection tools used in editable objects. So let me make a cylinder again, and no surprises here. We're in model mode. I can, I can adjust the height, and I can adjust the radius of this cylinder. Whoop-de-doo. And but what I want to do is add segments to it, make it editable, and show you some selection tools. So, just as we did in the previous video, I want to be able to see the segments that I'm adding. So I could go to Display, Guru Shading Lines, or I could use the little keyboard shortcut, hit the letter N, as in Nevada, and the different display options show up. So I'm going to hit B for Guru Shading Lines, and there's my lines. Come over to the attribute manager, and I can add rotation segments if I want to for this demonstration. I'm just going to add, let's say, 3 segments. So now I've added 2 horizontal lines here. This is still a parametric primitive object. If I have my selection tool active, if I cursor over any of these newly made lines or edges, or points, nothing happens. So this is still a parametric cylinder, like a unit. You may be able to think about it. I can only change 2 different parameters. So come over here, like we did this before in a previous video. Way at the top on the left side, if I cursor over, it says Make Editable, or you can hit the letter C on the keyboard. So I'm going to make this editable. Once I make it editable, I don't think I covered this before, over in the object manager the symbol changes. So this is no longer a parametric primitive. I can't just type in I cannot type in values to change the height and the width of this thing. Adjusting the height, width, and other factors of this becomes more complicated. But on the plus side, we can now deform, shape, and sculpt this object, in infinite ways. All right, so it's we have more to work with. All right, in this video, I'm just going to show the selection tools regarding editable objects. So you should be in model mode to start with. But say I want to select points that I've made, so I will click on points over here in the modes bar. Now if I'll zoom in, and you can see that the points are available to us. So with the selection tool, I can sweep over, clicking, holding, dragging, and I can select any points that are available to me. And if I want to deselect, I can just click off the object. Coming over to the left side again, I'll choose edges, and you guessed it, all edges are available to me. Okay, so I can select any edges. Okay, so and then finally polygons, and there's no shocks, no surprises. I'm sure now I'm able to select polygons. The other thing I want to show you, let me go back to points for a second here. Under the selection tool is another really handy option called the rectangle selection, which very similar to the marquee selection in the Adobe products. So I got the rectangle selection selected. Geez, I'm losing my mind here. So I can just click, hold, and drag, and make a sweep across and make a selection to grab a whole series of points, or if I want to just do edges, it all works the same. Okay, but there's one. Whoops, what happened to my edges? There they go. All right, so that is that for this video. So I'll see you in the next video.